Welcome to another edition of Fabulous Feature Friday. I'm Susan Buck, your host for this event and also the creator of this group, Loving Your Life, Your Business, and Yourself. I created this group for heart-centered entrepreneurs who I affectionately refer to as SheEOs, so that you can have a place where you can find inspiration, make connections, and discover practical, thoughtful tools that will help you have a business and a life you love. Yes, you can have both. In this edition of Fabulous Feature Friday, I'm going to share with you 5 challenges that women entrepreneurs often face and how to overcome them. Now, on paper, things have never looked better for female entrepreneurs, for SheEOs. According to the National Association of Women Business Owners, there are 11 million firms owned by women in the United States today, employing more than 9 million people and generating 1.7 trillion, that's with a T, trillion in sales. These are great statistics, but they only tell part of the story. Women-owned firms are still in the minority, and the hurdles that we face as SheEOs are vastly different than our male counterparts. So let's look at some of these challenges, these obstacles, and how we can overcome them. The Business News Daily recently interviewed several female SheEOs about the obstacles they'd faced, and I'm going to share these with you today. So let's start with the first one, which is Defy the Stereotype. Because the business realm has typically been male-dominated, oftentimes women feel like that they need to conform or adopt a male stereotype of being more aggressive or perhaps competitive. That's simply not the case. Hilary Genga, founder and CEO of Trunkettes, shared that to be the most successful we can be, you need to remain true to yourself and finding your own voice so that you can rise above these preconceived expectations. Hilary went on to say that to be yourself and have confidence in who you are. You made it to where you are through hard work and perseverance. And where you are is exactly where you need to be today. I would add to what Hilary has said by saying to be yourself, to be true to yourself, to know that you are enough and believe that your uniqueness is what's needed by your prospective clients. Be all of who you can be. Obstacle number 2 is the struggle to be taken seriously. At one time or another, most SheEOs find themselves in a situation where they may not be willing or able to assume their full leadership role. Allison Gutterman, CEO and president of her family's business, Gelmar, has had this experience very early in her career. Allison shares that as a female entrepreneur in a male-dominated industry, earning respect has been my biggest struggle. She faced numerous presumptions that she was living off her father's and her grandfather's reputation. Imagine how challenging that could be. She said, I was more than willing to put in the work to create my own reputation for being a hardworking and an honorable business person. But she said, to overcome this, I've had to learn to build my confidence and overcome my negative self-talk. Boy, can I relate to that one. That negative self-talk can be powerful. The negative comments that we have built up in our head and accumulated over time can be our biggest obstacle to achieving the success and to stepping into our full potential. For Allison, one of the resources that she's tapped into to help her overcome this and to be taken seriously and to take herself seriously is to join several entrepreneur groups. She said the groups have provided me mentors and peers to inspire me, to hit me with reality checks on my capabilities, and to help me grow and learn from others' perspective and experiences. To me, that last phrase is the key, to help me learn from other people's perspectives and experiences. Again, that's what this group is all about, is having a community and a sense of belonging where we can go and ask for help, where we can be very specific in what our need is without being judged. And we can gain from the experience and the perspective of those who have gone before us. Thank you, Allison, for being so brave to step into that. Number 3 is own your accomplishments. For those of you who read my blog post from last week, this might sound familiar because that was the topic of the post, was owning your accomplishments, of being able to talk about your accomplishments and your successes in a way that doesn't sound boastful, and yet in a way that's very compelling about what you have in fact achieved. Molly McDonald, who is the founder of the mobile locker company, said that this has been very difficult for her, that when she talks about her company, she often finds herself using the pronoun we instead of I. Molly goes on to say that using the first person to discuss successes feels to me as if I'm bragging, and I can't shake the idea that if someone knows it's just me, the value of what I do will go down. So I'm curious, can you relate to this one? Do you find yourself perhaps downplaying your successes, not talking openly about what you've achieved or accomplished, or using the we instead of me or I? Owning what we've achieved, the hard work, the effort, the perseverance that we have put in to get to this point in our lives, that's a success story in itself. Well, granted, we haven't done everything right or done everything easily, but the point is that we are where we are today because of the effort that we put forth, and our story is compelling for our colleagues, for our clients, and for our prospective clients. Owning your accomplishments. Number 4, build a support network. For those of us who have home-based businesses, being a solopreneur on occasion can be somewhat lonely. For myself, I can say that when I was in my corporate career, I belonged to numerous professional organizations and was very active in them. And of course, I had the social connection each day being in a corporate office. Being in a home office, we don't have that same sense of camaraderie, of colleagues, and of connections. So it's important that you find and build a network where you can get the support that you need when you are ready to ask for it. When you can go in and not only ask for the support or the help or the insight that you need, but can also provide that to others. There are numerous organizations, some of which are, I've shown here, Biz Women, eWomen Network, and Elevate Network. And yes, there's this community, our Facebook group. This is a tremendous resource for you to tap into. One suggestion, one tip that I would help or that I would provide to you when you're considering asking for assistance or advice or input is to be very specific about what it is you're seeking or what you need. When you are specific, it's much easier for people to step in and to offer their expertise, their wisdom, their insight, their perspective. So build a community, build a support network that will be there for you, that you can tap into when you need to, and likewise that you can be supportive for the other members of your network. Number 5, balance business and family. Wow, don't we all struggle with this one? If you're a CEO and a mom, you have the dual responsibility to your business and your family. And finding that magic balance to be able to devote time to both is truly the key that we're seeking. For Michelle Garrett of Garrett Public Relations, for her, finding that balance meant that she needed to leave her corporate job and start her own consulting business before her first child was born. In her interview, she said that I knew that if I continued working in corporate world, that I would have had to make choices that I didn't want to make. She went on to say that I think the culture of work is shifting to allow women to have more flexibility, which is a great thing. Balance of business and family, having the freedom to be able to be all of who we are and to devote the best of who we are to both our business and our family is a daily event. Life happens, things come up. There's just that aspect to life that is, we might want to have it all planned out, but being able to respond in the moment to events and situations as they occur, to be available to our family, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. And then also to be present physically, emotionally, and mentally for our clients when we're working with them. Finding that balance is the key. And here's the bonus. This could be perhaps the overriding obstacle that I hear more from clients than anything else. And that's to overcome the fear of failure. Now, granted, failure is a very real possibility for any business venture. Christy Peel, founder and CEO of Media Minefield, advises women not to let their insecurities keep them from dreaming big. She encourages women to work through the moments of self-doubt that every business owner faces and not wait for perfection before starting your business. The perfect time, the perfect situation, the perfect circumstances. The road to success is paved with mishaps and missteps and mistakes. We've all made them. That's just part of the human condition. As long as we continue to stay on the path and not lose sight of our destination, that's what will give us momentum and inspire us to continue. Yes, we will make mistakes, but it's not a mistake if we learn from it. It will build our knowledge and our wisdom and give us the courage to take the next step, the next opportunity with conviction and belief that yes, we can have a business and a life we love. So let's do a quick recap. I thank these women that shared their wisdom, their knowledge, their encouragement with us. First of all was to defy the stereotype. And the way to overcome that is to be your unique self that only you can be. Number two was the struggle to be taken seriously, including taking yourself seriously, to let go of the negative self-talk and tune into the power and the strength of your higher self. Number 3, own your accomplishments with confidence. Number 4, build a strong support network, both virtually and in person. And once you find your network of supporters, ask for what you really need from them. Be specific. Number 5 is balance business and family life. Find the balance that's right for you. Not that works for someone else, but what works beautifully for you. And the bonus, overcome the fear of failure. To stay the course, to believe in yourself and learn each day, not only from what you're doing right, learn from your successes, learn from your wins and your accomplishments, but also learn from the things that don't quite go as planned. As always, you'll find more great events and fun and resources at susanbach.com. So head on over there and leave a comment now. I'd love to hear from you. And once you're there, be sure to subscribe to my email list and become an insider, for which means that you'll get instant access to new videos, audios, and PDFs as soon as I create them. You'll also get access to exclusive content and special giveaways that I don't share anywhere else other than to my email subscribers. So in closing, stay on your path to achieving your dreams, because only you can create your dream, have it become reality, so that you can have a business and a life you love. Yes, you can have both. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you next week on another edition of Fabulous Feature Friday.